Thank you very much. It's quite an honor to be asked to speak very briefly on what endorsement is meant to me here at this event. This is a very exciting development, and I'm totally thrilled. And thanks so much for all the hard work that you've put into this. And Paige is gone. I can't make eye contact. Oh, there she is. Okay, she's almost under the table. Yeah. So as Redmond said, I was endorsed in infant mental health policy while I was working in New Mexico, and I was trying to think what year it was. I think it was 2008. And what that meant for me is impossible to fully convey in 5 minutes, but I will focus on a couple of themes, and they've already been mentioned. One is that it's a journey, and the other is that before I became endorsed, I really felt a strong sense of isolation. I am a developmental behavioral pediatrician, and I have focused my entire career on early childhood. A child that turns 5 years old is an elderly child in my clinical work. And I didn't, before I was introduced to infant mental health endorsement, I didn't understand myself even, I was doing Part C early intervention team evaluations across the state. I was at the same time working in the newborn intensive care unit, and I was seeing the importance of the dyadic relationship and for a young child to thrive. But I was a trained pediatrician, and even my fellow pediatricians didn't understand what in the world I was doing those two things at the same time. What was the connection? And I couldn't articulate it very well myself. And then we began to have endorsement, infant mental health endorsement in New Mexico. And I just intuitively knew that I really wanted to do that. And through that process, I began to understand myself as a clinician and what it was I was doing. I developed the ability to be able to speak about it in an intelligent way. So it gave me the framework. It also gave me the avenue for advancing myself professionally in the direction that I wanted to go, but was kind of struggling, I guess. And it also connected me with fellow infant mental health workers. And that I hadn't had. In pediatrics, we don't have a strong focus on infants, ironically. And so it was really valuable to me that I was able to connect with other disciplines who worked with infants and toddlers and their families in communities, that I could have professional connections with them. I could have personal connections with them as we're all figuring this out together. And so I think that it gave me direction. It validated what it was I was doing. I could feel proud about what I was doing instead of feeling a little embarrassed. And it gave me a sense of community and having a partnership with other professionals who work with infants and toddlers, their families, and in the community. So I'm very grateful. I am also very pleased that my portfolio has been accepted for a mentor clinical, and look forward to continuing to advance that work. So I think that it's highly relevant to what's happening here in Oregon, and I think that it will really crystallize the early infant toddler field. So thank you.